Gamers, we need to talk about the new game mode. It is fantastic. It honestly puts pretty much anything Genshin Impact has ever done to shame. There's tons of rewards. I'm just claiming some of these achievements from doing it. But there's a ton of Primo Gems or Stellar Jade in the simulated universe in this new Swarm Disaster game mode. There are multiple things you can get from collecting the Curio, the Blessings, doing the events. There's a lot of rewards to get here. It's around 4,000 Stellar Jade. Some of the harder ones to do, there might be like 300 or 400 more. I don't know the exact number, but it is a lot of Stellar Jade. I already got like 2,000 today, just from playing. There's new ways to play. There's cool Curio that change the game, and I am very impressed with this game mode. It is its own thing. It's its own beast, and I can just kind of jump in here and talk about a few things. There's progression in here. There's a lot of progression in here. Similar to how you would make your way down in the simulated universe for this ability tree. We have a bunch of different challenges to do in the new one. So early on, it's going to be very hard. And I've unlocked the fourth one. But if you want to get everything unlocked and everything completed, it's going to take you some time. And you don't have to do this immediately. But this is a really interesting long-term progression system that's going to take you some time to max it out. And the only thing that this is missing is a weekly rotating long-term reward. That's something they can add. But once you get to the end of this, once you've beaten all of this stuff and you've gotten all of these bonuses, there's huge bonuses you can get for playing this and get stronger and stronger. And eventually you will be able to beat it. But once those Primo Gems are out or the Stellar Jade is gone, there's no reason to continue, really. And you could make that argument for something like the card game in Genshin. Once you've kind of got to the end, you've maxed level, there's no real reason to play unless you love it, for whatever reason. So this is a finite thing, but it's the closest thing, or one of the closest things to endgame and a new long-term system that I've seen in a long time in any of the Hoyoverse games. Honkai Impact, they've got the Elysian Realm. It's like a roguelike mode where you go in, you get different buffs and all these different things. And that's a fantastic mode. Genshin Impact has the Abyss. They've got kind of like the basic one that you start out with, you clear it once and it's done, and then they've got the harder, refreshing version down the road. And that's cool, that's fine, but that's kind of the main endgame system or replayable loop that Genshin Impact has. For the most part, Genshin is exploration, quests, and chests. Now, with Honkai Star Rail, every new planet, I'm guessing, is going to have a new kind of Memory of Chaos thing. You can see this is the final boss of Eurilo 4. This is some of the final boss stuff from the LeFou, the Xianzhou LeFou, whatever it's called. And then they've got the replayable stuff. So they've taken it maybe a little bit further. They've got one extra thing. But this is only one of the systems. And now they also, or I guess from the start, they've had the simulated universe. And the simulated universe is something you can repeat every week. It's something that's important to do for your progression, especially for these bad boys. But this is an endgame system or a long-term system that you can play. And as we get new worlds, we've gotten more difficulties, which is good. It's continued to evolve. But Genshin hasn't. So this has continued to evolve. It's continued to add to it. And most people, or a lot of people that have been playing from the start, are pretty far into this, and they're clearing all of it. And now, they've added another thing. They've added a new system within this, with some long-term progression. And who is to say that once we clear all this, we clear World 5 and 4 and all that stuff, that they won't go further. They won't add more. There's no reason why they can't do other torturous difficulties on all these other ones and beyond, and add another boss in. Because it's already been proven that the Honkai Star Rail devs aren't scared to reiterate or add on to the stuff they've already succeeded with, the stuff they've already created, the stuff they've already built. Instead of building a whole new minigame, a whole new system, they can add on to these things and make them even better. And once people are at the end and they've tapped out on all their progression, and it doesn't feel like there's any reason to do it anymore, they can add more stuff. Maybe one day they add a replayable reward you can get for playing it, even though, you've got all these upgrades. Maybe they'll add something like the regular simulated universe where you can get a bond here and there, or some other stuff. You can't farm artifacts in here. You know, once this is done, I can't imagine people play it. But this is a great system. This is an incredible event that's challenging. It makes you play the game in different ways. It makes you try out some different characters. And it actually makes you think. It actually makes you question, can I beat this boss or not? How do I beat this boss? What are the upgrades that I want? It is a whole roguelike feature, and I'm so impressed with it, and I wish that Genshin Impact would have done some stuff like this. There's no exploration in Honkai Star Rail, and so I think that they have to do a lot more combat-focused things. But can you imagine if Genshin Impact committed to cool, long-term systems like this stuff, instead of a card game, instead of swimming, where you can't use the characters and the artifacts and the weapons that you've been building for 3 years. I'm not saying you shouldn't be able to swim. I'm not saying that swimming isn't a cool exploration feature that people like. But it has nothing to do with all the progression we've been making on our accounts since day one. And this is something that if you logged in, even if you were a whale, you would probably lose on the hardest floors. People who have incredible accounts are losing on World 4. They're losing on World 5. They can't even beat World 5 until they progress more and get some of these bonuses. Some people are failing on this stuff. And they're whales. And it's not that they suck at the game, it's just hard. It's something to work towards, it's something to progress to. And I understand everyone is like, wow, we're casual gamers, and I get it, but shouldn't there be something that you aspire to do? Something that you aspire and a reason to be strong? This is great content. And I'm so happy that they've made this, and I am at a point where I'm enjoying Honkai Star Rail way more than Genshin. I don't make as many videos about Honkai. I kind of fell off for a bit. And like I didn't know if I wanted to cover it. But the more they've updated the game, and the more they've added to this stuff, I'm like, Jesus, they're killing it. They're absolutely killing it. They're making me think. They're making me want to get stronger so I can beat this stuff. And I haven't felt that forever in Genshin. I haven't felt that in 2 years. I haven't felt it in like almost 3 years. And it's a shame, but maybe I'll just play this game more. I don't know. I would really love if Zenless Zone Zero was this design philosophy with the Genshin Impact combat. Fighting. I like that fighting more than the turn-based. But I like the challenge of this and the team building of this and the progression of this a lot more than Genshin. And I hope Zenless Zone Zero can meld a couple of those things. I don't know if it will or not, but I hope that that's the one for me of Hoyoverse, because they can make good stuff. I have nothing negative to say. The only critique or recommendation is add something in here for long-term play. You know, a reason to come back, because you know, it's a shame that if we clear all this, there's no real reason to play it because it's such good content. It's like I want you to keep adding to it or keep bringing us back, because it's a good experience. Every single time it's a good experience. So, good job. Good job, Honkai Star Rail. I'm proud of you. I'm a proud dad, okay? I might even whale on your game, spend a bunch of money. Also, an update. I've done a few polls on my account. And I know every time I say I'm going to save, I don't. I pull. But, that being said, I've done the math, and like, with this event, I think I can get the new character, Fushan or whatever. And we're close to even a 4-star. Maybe I can snipe Lynx, the healer. She's like a cleansing healer thingy. She looks really, really cool. Maybe I can snipe Lynx. Maybe I can get the new character. I'm going to try and save. Okay. No guarantees, but I'm going to try. And, you know, I have something else I have to reveal to you. Maybe you guys saw it in a clip or not, but someone bought me the what's it called? Like this thing, the Express Pass, the thing that gives you like gems every other day. someone bought that for me on my account. Someone also bought like the cheapest thing. So technically, I'm not free to play anymore, boys. My account's freaking ruined. But I think I'll have enough gems to get the new character, and so that's my game plan right now. I need to stop pulling. But one of the reasons why I do it is because I get bored. I get bored. I get bored in Genshin. I get bored in Honkai when I don't have anything to do. When I don't have anything to achieve. When I feel like I've beaten it, I log in, I do my daily stuff, and then someone goes, "You should do a pull," and then I do it because it's like I want that little dopamine hit. When I have something to grind in the game and I'm making progression, my urge to wishing goes down. So as long as I can stay in a good zone, a good mojo for a couple more weeks, how long until this banner's gone? 13 days? I can make it 13 days. Right, guys? I can make it 13 days.